You start it.
Oh! Oh my God.
Which injector is leaking?
Is it leaking?
That started leaking. That was...
Oh my God, that was so loud. Holy.
Driver's side's purple, passenger side's red? Yeah, one is purple. Yeah, one is purple, yeah.
God, that was loud.
That's what happens whenever it backfires. Here. Man, I'm unplugging the coils. Don't do anything yet. Sorry, that's my good.
Are you shaking? You're nervous, huh?
That's pop.
That was...
I don't want
Just bah, explodes the motor.
whenever I get to this stage, I want it to run.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was loud. You mean to undo this side or?
No, that one's correct. All right, Ben, keyed on. You can try to start it again.
Oh, it's smoking.
Put your hands feeling all the oil we put on it.
Max making sure no fuel's leaking anymore. The fuel gauge is around a little under 60.
Long stroke that's not supposed to happen. Like a giant backfire.
Yeah. Oh my God, is it loud? No fuel leaks. Cody, what's your guess?
$7.99.
$7.99. You're probably gonna lose that one.
I don't know. Okay, what did it make the engine dyno with the MSD?
$7.33 fuel injection.
733. Stick car. I'm gonna say 672.
Oh, you're high. 672.
We're going high.
All right, shop dollar.
We're going high.
We're going high. Okay. It's your time to shine. How much power do you think it's gonna make?
634.
634. Okay. It's a better guess than Cody.
What do you guess?
655. Like that's really high.
Yeah. Sorry, I get camera shy.
Yeah. Everyone's face gets instantly red.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking bets. How much power do you think it's gonna make?
610.
610? It's probably the best bet so far.
600.
600 flat? All right. What's your guess?
My guess would probably be about 630.
620?
620-ish to 630.
630? All right. Let's get it. Well, everybody was guessing between 600 to 650-ish. Sounds crazy. All right, let's go to the chassis dyno. I'm gonna go with my math. I'm gonna say 615 because if I did the math right from the engine dyno all the way to the chassis dyno, like losing at least 15%, then it should be around 620. Might lose a little bit of power with the rotofab cold air intake naturally because air has to travel in the curves, so we'll see how it does. What's your guess for power?
What?
What's your guess? How much do you think it's gonna make?
Um,
Do you have to talk?
605.
605? Oh, that's okay. One of the lower guesses. Mike was 600. I'm excited. God, it sounds so good. 605 is a solid guess. My guess is 615. If it's over 600, I'll be happy.
I literally just said 615.
Then you said 605?
Before you walked up to me, I said 615.
Same guess. Look at us. My God. Sounds so good. It's so throaty. It's amazing. Sounds so much better than it did before. Ugh. GPI, it's my favorite. So we were running into a few starter issues. We were playing in between being the starter or the battery, so that's why he has this thing hooked up to the battery right now, to make sure the battery is at its full potential. I'll probably have to get an aftermarket starter soon. I need a starter and a clutch and a drive shaft ASAP. So if you guys have any recommendations on those or what I should do, leave them in the comments down below. But the car runs good, it starts good, it's definitely drivable. I'm not gonna be tracking it at LS Fest just because of the clutch. I don't wanna burn it when I have to drive it all the way home. I definitely wanna test the reliability of this motor and see if it has any problems driving Kentucky all the way to Arizona. But it's doing really, really good. We're about to brush 600 to the wheel right now, and we are naturally aspirated. We are NA, this is no power adders, no supercharger, no turbos, 600 wheel. Absolutely insane. And just a reminder, guys, if you are doing a similar setup like this, you have to get a fuel system, otherwise you'll run into issues. Always make sure to build your car properly and do supporting mods. I know I'm skipping on the clutch and the starter, but those are easy, I can get those later. The fuel system will mess up your entire motor build if you don't do it now. I'm like, whoa. Is gas gonna spill everywhere?
Probably. Might crack 600. Might crack.
Might?
Might. It'll be close.
Oh God.
Let's see, we're gonna do something like this.
Not really. It's empty.
Most of the time I have to like clamp it with my feet and like
Does it?
It's because Ben puts my tight. You're close.
Very close. Made it loose.
Yeah, you're not good.
So So we're basically putting a line on the fuel rails, and we took the crossover line and replaced it with this device, which will lead into this like fuel canister. And we're basically gonna pull out all the 93 gas out of the car, so we will be able to test the pump E on my car to get those power levels. Because you don't want to mix it. I believe I probably have like 7 gallons in my car of 91. So if we just dump ED5 or pump E in the car, it won't be exactly the pump E. So this is just to get it full fuel tank of pump E to see exactly what the numbers will put out if we do 100% pump E. So they're basically going to run the fuel pump into that canister, and it'll pump naturally all the oil into that canister. So now I know how to take all the fuel out of my car in the future.
I know. Ah, that was me, sorry.
It's still flowing.
I'm basically holding a ball of fire right now.
Lights up. I am too. I'm holding the bomb.
Yeah, you're one spark and we're both done.
It stopped. Wait, a little bit. Okay.
A little bit's coming out.
It's coming. Oh, he said quit it. Gas, my
When
eye.
it starts doing all that choppy shit that you like, that means it's dead lean and it's running out of gas.
That sounds good.
Choppy stuff you like. First E. We just filled her up with her very first 7-ish gallons of pump E. So we're gonna see what this Camaro puts out now. It made about 587 on 93. That was our final run. This is with everything put together. They're waving at me over there. I guess we're gonna fire her up and we're gonna test her out on pump E. It will take a little bit for the tuning. See how she does. I'm hoping to break 600 wheel. I know the estimates were between 600 to 650. As long as it breaks 600, I'm stoked. Dang, it smells so much better.
So this is just what I was talking to you about. These are the short-term fuel trims. That's what kind of, the computer has a target that it's trying to reach, and that's what it uses to add or take away fuel to get closer to that target. And before it learns the ethanol content in the car, it's just trying to use those to add the fuel that it thinks it needs. So once you let it idle and learn back in, it comes back down where it's barely doing anything. But during that transition, it may be a little bit different just because it's having to add so much fuel.
And are you using the HP Tuners device for all this?
Yeah, we're using the MPVI 2 Pro. I run my Dyno wideband as an external input to it. Works pretty good on anything with an OBD2.
It seemed easier on the engine dyno though, for the carburetor.
Well,
It's way faster.
it seems that way, but Aaron's got a lot of time into dialing that carburetor in to work on just about any engine he's got.
Don't mess with that.
I don't carburetor, nope.
Yeah, he was struggling with the fuel injection.
Yeah, it's always tough to get something brand new that you don't have a file for. Something like this 2.0 package on a 416 that we hadn't messed with before. Guessing at a fuel table, guessing at a timing map. Pretty well educated guesses, but as far as startup fuel and all that, you just got to take a couple of swings at it and find out what makes this one happy. Yeah, we'll get this thing cooled down. As soon as it's ready, we'll start making some rips on E, see what kind of power it'll pick up.
fuel system with Max. I know he gets a little bit nervous of the pump E leaking in the fuel system. Apparently, everything can run completely fine in 91 and 93, and then as soon as they put the pump E in the system, for some reason it starts leaking, but we haven't found any issues with the leaking yet. It all runs really good. Since we took out all the previous 93, it is pump E now, and it smells so good. It doesn't burn my eye as much. It just smells better. I wish I could describe it to you guys. If you don't know what the smell of pump E is, it's just a million times better than the smell of 91.
Closer, just dialing in the E85 fueling stuff before we really start playing with timing.
Oh, you haven't even started playing with timing yet?
I mean, it's got an extra 3 degrees in it, which gets it pretty close to what Aaron said it wanted on the engine dyno, but I'm still a couple of degrees shy from there. He said it wanted 29, I've got 27 in it. Wow. So just until I figure out what it likes best for power with the fuel, and then we'll go to put the timing back in it and see where it gets.
What's your guesses now on power after seeing how it does? Brush 600?
So we've picked up 10 with E and 3 degrees. I'm thinking I'm going to be pretty close with that 602 on a cool down pull.
Ooh, your guess?
Yep.
All right, that pull, we just hit 597.5, and we are on pump E, obviously, for this run. This was with the air box. I do have the Rotofab cold air intake on my car now. With the dry filter, the white one, I just aesthetically like the look of the white one, so that's why that is new. I didn't test the red one. We just removed the intake tubing. Oh, it's over this way on camera, but intake tubing right here. And I do have a Nick Williams 102 millimeter throttle body. The throttle body from the 92 to the 102 throttle body did make a 25 horsepower difference on the engine dyno. Obviously that's flywheel. So I definitely think this is gonna push it over the 600 mark. When your engine is air restricted, it does bring down power levels a ton. Those Max 2.0 heads are flowing so much air. And when you have something restricting it like your cold air intake, obviously it's gonna kill the capabilities of those heads so they can't flow at the highest potential possible. So we removed the tubing and we're gonna see how big of a change these numbers make from having the intake versus not having the intake. I definitely believe this is gonna bring it over 600. Ben's guess was 602, maybe 605. I think it's gonna hit 605 because the restriction on the engine dyno was like a ton of power. So I'm gonna make one last final pull on E and we're gonna see what he does, and then I gotta go, and I'm gonna let Ben take it on the street and finish tuning it. Obviously with the no fuel system, it does take a long time to get all tied up and all perfect. They definitely wanna perfect this build for me because I am driving it across the country, so I'm really testing them on this and their capabilities of building a motor and tuning. So prayers for over 600. To 600. That was with the airbox off, so that's actually impressive. That says a lot about this cold air intake, that it only gained 2 horsepower out of the 600 that we have. So that says that Rotofab actually doesn't take a lot of the airflow away, which I'm actually impressed about. Very impressive. That means the Rotofab actually, it's a good intake. So guys, I highly recommend that. They're gonna make a couple pulls when I'm gone, and I will see you guys when I'm back, and we'll see what the final power numbers are. Well, I have an entire stack of dyno papers and sheets from flowing the heads to the engine dyno, all the way to the chassis dyno. And yes, these are all different things, all different numbers. GPI was very particular and very detailed about getting the max numbers I could get at the most reliable price. We don't want to blow this thing up. Obviously, you can push crazy numbers, but then your motor will blow up. So this setup is perfect for my 416 with the max 2.0 heads. I will put up on the screen the numbers for the head flow charts. If you guys have not seen these, I did have them in another video when I was flowing my heads and talking about if the max 2.0 heads are worth it. Flow at such a high rate because they are an LS7 based head with the BR7 cast. And then they are worked on even more by GPI to get the max flow out of these heads. So I highly recommend those. And then I have all the numbers from the engine dyno tuning video. If you guys have not seen that, go check that out. It is a few videos back, but the max number we made on the MSD intake manifold was 733. So then we can compare these to our chassis dyno numbers. So our initial poll before we did the build is this sheet right here, where we made 500 horsepower and 457 foot-pounds of torque. That was just with a base LS3 stock bottom end with the SS3 cam, which is from GPI, with other supporting modifications and simple bolt-ons. So we compare that to our brand new power numbers, which I got about 601 wheel horsepower, still staying naturally aspirated, with a max number of 587 foot-pounds of torque. So as you can see, this torque curve is pretty straight line across, which is exactly what we were aiming for a road course build. We want that torque on the low end all the way throughout. It's exactly what we want for a road course. If you guys are looking for a drag build or a straight line car, your power curves and the way you build your car might be a little different to this, but it's really hard to find all naturally aspirated cars, and to push torque, it just feels great driving around town as well, if even outside of being a road course build. So 602 wheel horsepower, this is a 104 horsepower difference from already a cammed and built car with a stock bottom end. So this is like, what, 250 horsepower over the stock setup for the LS3 on these Camaros. All of these dyno papers, hopefully they all make sense to you guys and give you the info you guys need if you guys are looking for this build. If you guys are interested in something like this, feel free to reach out to me. Even if it's 2 years after this video is posted, I'd be happy to help you guys out. Or you can shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram at Kayla Rundle. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Next, I'm going to take you guys for a ride in this, and we're going to go to LS Fest and then get a new clutch in it because we are behind on that. But thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.